So in the last video we kind of went through what the internet is, and in this video I want to cover how does the internet work. And while last video was more like a reading of concepts, I wanted to do some studying up, and I wanted to take you through uh, my thoughts on how the internet works, and that's what we'll do. I'll link the articles in the video, but the basics are this. In the last video we kind of understood that the internet is kind of like a network of different devices. So let's say there are 3-4 computers, and um, each of these computers are connected to each other, and they can reach out to each other and send data. uh, then that's what I basically call a network. Now the internet is more like a network of networks. So let's say I have um you know a duplicate of these computers, right? So I have another set of computers, say comp4 and comp5, and these are also connected, right? And they are also sending data to each other, right? That becomes a major network, right? This is also part of a network. So this becomes a network of networks. So this is basically internet, right? Now we already discussed that they are sending data to each other, and this data is being sent in the form of packets, right? So now how do you know exactly that a particular set of data or packets needs to be sent from here, computer 1, to, let's say, computer 4, right? So when you send a letter to someone, you kind of need two things. You need a mailman, and you need something like a address, right? So in our case, this mailman is basically called a router. I'll just zoom in. This mailman is our router, and this address is called the IP address, right? So the mailman is the router, and the address is the IP address, right? And in order to send this mail, you need to follow certain set of instructions, right? That you need to find which the next city of uh, city that contains a post office, which can forward it along the way, right? So this router is going to be a chain of routers that are going to take it from IP address 1 to IP address 2, right? So let's say IP address 1 and IP address 2, right? So they are going to follow a set of chains, right? Like different post offices. The mailman takes it to the next post office. From there, another mailman takes it to the next post office, and then it finally reaches IP address 2. So, so our mailmen are going to be router 1, and then let's say router 2, right? And in order to do all of this, they're going to be following a certain set of instructions. So what are these instructions? These are the protocols. So they are called the TCP IP protocols. And basically what this means is transmission control protocol and internet protocol, right? They are going to follow these set of rules to chain it forward. Now, in order to do all of this, right, and I'll link this article here, uh, they're following all these set of informations. But yeah, what exactly this does this mean, right? This can also mean, let's say you want to go to google.com, right? And you are going to google.com and searching for, you know, uh, searching for something like rabbits, right? So this basically means you are a client and Google is basically the server, right? Right. Now, in order to do this, how does a client request the server anything? So first of all, you have to reach the server. So you are going to do this with the domain, which is google.com, and you are going to send data that you are searching for rabbits, right? And once you have sent this data, the response is going to be, what are rabbits, right? Google is going to tell you the answer, right? So that's what I've understood. And in this sending of all of this information, again, how to get a reply back from the server, there are another set of protocols, right? So how the server replies back to you and how you send it information forward, right, is governed by a set of instructions. So what are the protocols here? So there is HTTP, which means hypertext transfer protocol, and if you have to do this securely, it is hypertext transfer protocol secure, right? And obviously, I don't really know what exactly do these things entail, but or like I don't know what they mean in their nitty-gritties, but what I understand is that protocols are this set of rules that are governing how this data is being exchanged, right? And if I go here into this article, it kind of tells you by definition what it means, but this is the basics that I understand. If I know the internet as much as I do, like if you go to something like a google.com, you see a lock icon on the corner, which means it's a secure transfer of data, which means it's HTTPS. In fact, if you go to any typical URL, right, if you go to any particular website, the domain is something like HTTPS www.google.com slash rabbits, right, or something like that, which or like something like search equals rabbits, right? So if I understand this, this is basically a URL, and this google.com is a domain, and HTTPS is kind of telling you that it's a secure connection, right? Hopefully we'll get a bit more details as we go forward, but yeah, this is the entire understanding that I have as of now.